Hi, I'm Shelley Morrow, and you're watching episode 1 of My Life as a Copywriter. Have you ever wondered what goes on in the life of a professional copywriter and how those promotional pieces that you see and read every day are created? Well, I'm going to share that information with you in upcoming episodes. Today I'm going to give you a bit of an introduction and insight into myself so you get to know me a little bit better. First off, for those who don't know, though, what a copywriter does, what we do is we write messages that sell. That's the long and short of it. It's usually promotional material. And now here's where I'm going to let you in on my secrets. They're not earth-shattering, they're not that titillating really, but it gives you a bit of insight and information into my history and about my career choice at this time. Before I was a copywriter, I was doing some business writing as an administrative assistant. I had a boss who I began working with in about 1988, and she said she really liked the way I had with words. So the next thing I knew, I was writing with her. I was writing and editing documents, correspondence, reports, emails, and the like. And I found that the more I wrote, the more I wanted to write. That's what started me on my current career path. I made the switch to copywriting 30 years later, just because I was really becoming bored with being an administrative assistant. I had kind of grown to hate that job, and I was really miserable. Oddly enough, it was during career coaching because the employer at the time saw something in me that they wanted to cultivate, not writing, unfortunately. That's when I had a revelation. And at that point I realized, that's it, I'm done as an administrative assistant. I can't do this anymore. It was time for a career change. So I made the conscious decision to identify exactly what it was that I did want to do. It had to be something that held a little bit more meaning for me. And that thing was writing. I wasn't sure at the time what kind of writing I wanted to do, but I loved writing and just wanted to do more of it. And I wanted to be able to be, writing in a more creative way. So when I discovered copywriting, which at the time I knew absolutely nothing about, I had never heard about it, but what I read about it was very interesting and intriguing, and I was really attracted to that type of writing. I found a right program and began retraining, and at that point I left my career as an administrative assistant. I have to say it's the best decision I ever made in my life. So if you're wondering what kind of writing I do, I don't have a niche, although I am kind of steering at this point. I'm steering towards writing for real estate because it's something that's really interesting. I found that I'm really good at, and I enjoy doing it. I also do write web copy, product descriptions, taglines, sales letters, and other kind of promotional material. But if you want to know a little bit more about that, you should just go look at the website link below. You can find out all kinds of information about me and my work. So I'm going to be producing a series of videos like this one, where we're going to touch on a lot of things that about copywriting, such as recipes, because you know what, there is a recipe for making a masterpiece creation. We're going to talk about branding, and we're going to talk about how that involves the real you, and we're going to talk about creativity. And here's one part of what is involves my creativity. I've been doing oil painting for about 30 years. This is from a photo in Peggy's Cove taken in 2006. I'm just getting around to reproducing it in oil now. One of my other passions is photography. So I like to get out with a friend of mine. We go on a jaunt every other month, and it's nothing to take 300 to 400 shots in an afternoon, but we really enjoy that. We'll also touch on other topics, of course, as they relate to my life as a copywriter. So if you're interested to learn how a copywriter works, how a project comes together, and to get some tips along the way for your own writing, subscribe below. I'll try to restrict my messages to between 3 and 4 minutes. I know everybody's busy. And in the meantime, if you have questions or comments, or you'd like to introduce yourself, I'd like to hear from you. Just write in the comment box below. So thanks again for joining me. And now it's time for me to get on with my life as a copywriter. Have a great day. Bye now.